Welcome to my channel where I talk about everything electric guitar. From gear reviews and book reviews, to guitar lessons and tips, to much, much more. I've got you covered. So guys, today I thought I'd teach you one of my favorite guitar solos from Majestica's 2019 album, Above the Sky. And the reason I chose this guitar solo on this song is because I think it demonstrates really well the points that I made in my last video on how to master sweep picking and how to make it more creative. Definitely check out that video. It's called 3 Life-Changing Tricks to Master Sweep Picking for Electric Guitar. And that should be in the description and up in the cards. So let's dive right into the guitar solo. So guys, I'm going to play slowly for you the first parts of this guitar solo because I really want to focus on the sweep picking parts of it and talk about how that can be implemented to your playing and make your playing better. Let me just play slowly the first parts of the lick and you can hopefully figure that out for yourself, and then I'll move on to the sweep picking part and I'll go step by step. Okay, now that we got the easy part over with, let's talk about the hard part, which is this sweep picking and pedal tone line. If you don't know what a pedal tone is, check out my video review of Troy Stetna's awesome theory book, Fretboard Mastery. I have a link to that in the description and it's up in the cards. This lick that I'm getting ready to play, the part of the guitar solo, starts out on the 11th fret of the G string, and this is going to be your pedal tone. And I like to play this with an upstroke because it's kind of the beginning part of this phrase, and it just feels natural to play it with an upstroke next because you have a note. The next note is on a higher string. So you go 11 on the G string, 15th fret on the B string, and you go back to your pedal tone, and then you go on the B string, you go to the 14th fret, back to your pedal tone, and then you go to the 12th fret, and this time you pull off to the 10th fret, and then you go back to your pedal tone. And then, almost like you're going to slide, but since that would be inconvenient, I basically play it like a really quick, basically a grace note, a hammer-on. After you do you go to the 14th fret of the E string. From there, you go to the 12th fret of the B string, and then you go to the 11th fret, which was your pedal tone on the G string. So, what I just showed you should sound like this played slowly. And after you play that, you're going to play on the E string 13, 12, 10, 9, and now comes the most obvious sweep picking part, which is basically played almost in the C shape of the cage shape, but there's some modifications. There's some diatonic notes in there, which is what I really want to talk about because, as I mentioned in my last video, a great way to get out of the boring cage shapes and make your playing sound more nice and unique is to add diatonic or chromatic notes to different parts of your speed shapes. And what I like about this part of the lick is that Tommy Johansson, or at least I assume he was the one who wrote this part of the lick, he basically used the C shape, but he added some notes to make it sound more pretty. Here's how it goes. And what that was it was the 9th fret on the E string, 10th, pull off to 9th, and then 10th on the B string, and then 9th on the G string, and back to the 10th on the B string, and then back to the 9th on the E I pick this note, 9, 10, and then I hammer on to 12 because there's a tapping note right here. When you tap, I use my middle finger. I don't use my pointer finger because I like to have the freedom of not having to do something with my pick when I'm tapping. Oh, sorry. But you can use your pointer finger if you want. So the tap note is the 17th fret on the E string, so it goes like this. And then you just basically tap, pull off. And the reason I did pull-offs right here after I tap, right there, the reason I do pull-offs is because that gives me time to get my hand back to where it needs to be to play this note right here. Okay guys, so this whole little sweep picking passage I just showed you should sound like this when played slowly. Pretty cool, huh? So guys, after that sweep picking part of the lick, you come across another sweep picking part. So this part goes like this. You go 10th fret on the E string, pull off to 7. You play the 8th fret on the B string. And I want to point out right here, instead of going like this, he goes, and that sounds a lot more appealing. It doesn't sound nearly as boring. So basically what he does is he goes, instead of playing your normal cage-shaped, which would be the 7th fret on the G string, he moves that up to 9. And then you go to play the 9th fret on the D string. So that part of lick played slowly should sound like this. So after that part, you play the 12th fret of the G string, then the 11th fret, and then the 9th fret, and then you move down to the D string and play 12th fret. And then you play the 11th fret, and then you play the 12th fret again. Play the 9th fret on the G string, and then you play the 12th fret on the D string, and then the 9th fret on the G string. And then this part, instead of just going, you actually do a pinch harmonic, and then you bend the note up a whole step. And you let it back down. So that part should sound like this. So the next part goes like this. It goes 7, 9, 11 on the D string, and then the same thing, 7, 9, 11 on the G string, and then you go 8, 10 on the B string, and after that you slide up to the 15th fret of the B string. To play the next part of the lick. But this little part should sound like this. So once you get up there with the slide, here's how it should sound played slowly. So guys, the entire guitar solo played slowly should sound like this. So guys, I hope that this guitar solo helps you see the horizons that are available in your sweep picking technique. And also be sure to check out that video I mentioned on how to master sweep picking technique and make it more fun and make it more creative. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to see my upcoming posts. Till next time, rock on and God bless.